Test 1, 2.
Come on in and grab a drink. Talk about anything. Grab a cigar, just sit right down, all family here. Let's go! Welcome to the show. Drinks and Days. Drinks and Days. Welcome to the show.
Well, good evening, everybody, and happy St. Paddy's Day. And if you're not wearing green, either have somebody pinch you, or if you're feeling a little frisky, pinch yourself.
Pinch yourself.
Pinch yourself.
Feel free to pinch yourself.
Pinch yourself. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Please, if you're in the bar, enjoy yourself a green cocktail or Irish whiskey or Guinness.
I was going to say, you're not in charge of the refreshments anymore. You forgot a comma, so apparently we're serving corned beef cocktail.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute as far as that goes.
Now, but it got me thinking. Remember last time we were in Vegas, we had a cocktail we both really enjoyed that was rimmed with what we later found out was barbecue seasoning.
Yes, mesquite barbecue seasoning.
It was delicious. So I'm curious about experimenting with like drops of meat juices from like a steak or something in scotch. I don't think that would be terrible.
Well, you go ahead and report back next week.
No?
So if you're in the bar, please say hello. Hello, Rich. Hello, Linda. Hello, Tig Lily. So what are you smoking tonight?
I am smoking a champagne 10th anniversary.
Okay. And I am smoking a quorum as per my normal self. How about drink wise?
Because it is St. Patrick's Day, I am drinking not a scotch, but a peated whiskey. And I don't have Irish whiskey. I tried it once. I think it sucks. So I got the closest I can in a name that starts with an I. It's from India.
Oh, okay. Well, that's close enough.
It's over the sea.
Close enough. Yeah, it's close enough.
Over the sea. Yeah.
Hey, Eric, what's going on? And real quick before we get started on the show, Eric and I have been geeking out because this is going to mean nothing to you probably, but we have been waiting on this huge announcement from Firefly. Now, Firefly was a science fiction series and movie that got tanked quick.
And you guys are depressed that it just went away.
Very depressed, but they've been doing some teasing on their blog about something is coming. And Eric and I both thought it was going to be like bobbleheads, but it turned out that they are going to reboot the series, but it's going to be animated this time, which opens up a whole bunch of things for them, because they can bring back certain characters. They can get characters to voice different characters. And from what I read today, the series is going to take place between the last of the actual series and the movie. So it's going to be right in the middle there. So we're hoping that it's good.
It might be funnier because it seems like cartoon characters can be even more irreverent than real people. Like they can get away with stuff.
Since it's the original cast and Josh Whedon has given his blessing, which that was the big thing. He had to be involved in it, and it looks like he might be. So we'll see. I mean, now they have to find a home.
Josh Whedon, is he related to Will Wheaton?
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess you could call it Firefly anime. I guess you could.
What are you drinking, Dave?
I am drinking a Guinness Nitro Stout.
The regular, that double. What did we have? A double. What did we drink? It was double.
We drank the double dark stout, something or other. Yeah, it wasn't the Nitro Stout.
Oh,
but as Eric says, 2 concerns: Alan Tudyk being in it and the ages of the cast for a live action. True, but now, well, because some of the people have died. But Alan Tudyk, I think, can be in it. That
would be gross.
Alan Tudyk can be in it now, which is great. And there's a lot of people that think, yes, it is showing up, Eric. Let me do this. There we go.
I did it.
Oh, I know. I saw that. And for those of us that are blind, so what we're thinking, though, would be a really cool crossover is if Alan Tudyk played the alien from the show that he just got canceled as the replacement pilot for Alan Tudyk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't. So give us an update. Things going well at Command Central?
Yeah, I mean, I get very, very briefly. That's probably going to be in the news, at least on this side. Big strike that involves our nurses tomorrow. So we've been ramping up for that. And I'm sitting here realizing, what sucks about getting old is not only do more things hurt, but once you think an injury heals,
not so much.
I tore my meniscus when we were moving into this house this summer and finally thought I got over, right? I did what my doctor finally said. I take an ibuprofen every day, even now, just to make sure if there's a little swelling, it's gone. But I had to volunteer on Saturday. So I was on my feet, all day long and lots of pivoting, which is not good. But I thought, it's okay. It's pretty sore now. And I thought this had gone away. But no, it gone away so it doesn't hurt every day. But it's like your body's just like, don't even test me. Just don't. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I stepped out of the Jeep, and I've got a 4.5-inch lift on the Jeep, and I stepped out of the Jeep, and my foot slipped off the rock rail and drug all the way down the rock rail up to my knee and stretched stuff. And so it hurt for a while. Then it went away. Then I looked down at my leg, and it was black and blue. And now the bump is about the size of a quarter. But like you said, every once in a while it says, I don't think you're out of the woods yet.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll get to bed early-ish, but then I'll be at work at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Wow.
Yeah. The other thing I was noticing, I told you it's hot today, and then I had to catch myself because I can't ever say that to you because you live on the surface of the sun, as you point out. But it's warm for us. And I walk out.
It's cooler here today.
Yeah, which is weird. Yeah, we're over 80 here. Just over the hill from the ocean, so that's unusual. But it got me thinking, what's with pants? Because I'll walk out from work or be around on the weekend, and it'll be, for here, it can be sweltering, 85, 90, which is unusual. And people are still walking around in blue jeans. That cannot be comfortable.
Well, because they're afraid that if they duck into a bar or they duck into a shopping center and they come out, it'll be 50 degrees and misty.
Oh, is that it? They're ready for the change in temp.
Right.
And apparently, that's a thing in Europe, right? People dress much better than they do in general, I think, than in the United States. Mm-hmm. And because shorts are seen as just for kids and all that stuff. But if you've been to Europe in the summertime, it's hot and muggy and you're sweaty and people walking around in pants.
Well, the reason being, well, you know what it is, and they can spot us a mile away because we're wearing shorts. But if we were to wear lederhosen, they wouldn't give you a second look.
Really?
Yeah. So the next time you're in Europe, get some lederhosen. Right.
Yeah. Let's see this. So the next time we'll be in Rome. So that should go well with my lederhosen when we hit Rome. Yeah. I give that a try. I keep thinking I wish kilts would I would say make a comeback. They never really, except for a few pockets in the world, never were all that popular.
Right.
But dude, I don't get it. Why don't guys just take that on? If that,
well, start a trend.
I've thought about it, but I'd be like the only guy in a 100-mile radius wearing a kilt, and it would just be, I don't want that kind of attention. But
well, it might be good attention.
Good.
You never know. You never can tell. And see, Pantea and Sharon are very similar. She's had a jacket all day on in the office. Last night when we were at the movie theater, Sharon had a coat on.
Yeah. Well, they keep her office like 60 degrees year round, I think. So.
See, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. See, I keep the shop very, very cold. And when people come in and say it's chilly in here, I said, well, I keep it like a morgue just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. See, look, the trend has already started. Your dad said he remembers a guy in lederhosen standing out in line to get into the Vatican.
Yeah, you got to be really confident to pull that off. Like, yeah, I wear this every day. What's your problem?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
As long as you have, polka music playing.
The trouble with the kilts, though, are that they're pretty heavy material. So I do wonder if they would feel cool or if it would be warmer than.
Well, they have lightweight. They have lightweight tactical kilts.
Do they?
Hmm?
Yeah, I've had a website. Do you do this? So here's one place where AI and tech has not done me right yet. Is that in order to remember like what I might want to buy in the future or something like that, I keep a website of it open. So my phone has tons of websites up to shopping places just so I don't forget. So I've had a kilt site up for years. Every now and about once a year, I click on it. I look through. I think, oh, maybe. And I guess
I have a utility kilt too.
Yeah.
Do you? What clan is it? Sprecher?
Well, we're from Switzerland, so it's. Not
so what's the clan? What's your clan?
I don't have a clan. I just buy whatever color I think is pretty, Dave.
See, I have a clan. So
I know you. I'm jealous.
McLaughlin.
What is there supposed to? So if you don't have a clan, is there an acceptable tartan for non-clan folks to wear, or is everybody a poser?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you you have to look up. Maybe it's like the your sign, right? Like you look up what clan you kind of best jive with, and you just go with that. Yeah, if you go with utility kilts, then it's just like gray, black, blue.
Yeah,
that would be more for everyday wear. You don't want to be too flashy,
right? But
people are wondering if you're wearing a dress.
But if you get a utility quilt, though, you have to have the knee-high jack boots, to really make it.
No. And so that would make it even worse because I'd have a utility kilt on with my hey dudes and no socks. I need the what's the guy? What's the and Paradise Guy, hamburgers and Paradise Guy. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
I need the Jimmy Buffett kilt to go with my Hey Dudes, and I can wear it on the cruise ship. Yeah,
there you go.
So
basically a dress.
Okay, we just all right. I
sundress.
guess that reached this natural conclusion. No utility kilt for me.
So when we were deciding, weeks ago on what this show was going to be about tonight, which
yeah,
it was about 3 hours ago.
We put it up on the storyboard.
Yes, everything Irish, and I have to start this show with saying now I understand why some of the Irish are so pissed off, because I had never done this before, and Sharon was going to the store, and I said, you know what? See if the hotline, that makes all the hot stuff at the grocery store has corned beef and cabbage. And they did. So she got it, and it came with carrots and potatoes and corned beef and cabbage. And every single part of it tasted exactly the same. It was the most bland, disgusting. Well, I wouldn't say it was disgusting, but it was like worthless. And you'd think that the Irish would know potatoes. You'd think. But
they do.
It was horrible.
Didn't they taste like potatoes?
Yeah, but there was no. I wanted to put salsa on it.
Right. They want you to taste the potato. They don't want you to taste butter or sour cream or spices. They want you to taste their homeland.
Now that's why I think Irish people are pissed off all the time. The only thing that beats them is the Scottish, because they're stuck with haggis.
Well, wait, but if you actually have corned beef and cabbage, the cabbage is supposed to be cooked with the corned beef, so all those juices should be.
Oh yeah, it was tender. Don't get me wrong, it was tender, but it had no flavor. But then again, when you come from a place where spices are constantly in your wheelhouse.
Well, come on. This is near the land of my people, where the spices are salt and pepper. So,
yeah, but even with the extra salt and pepper I put on it, it was well. Let me put it this way: I had a little piece of cabbage, and it was very tender, and I gave it to Leica, the husky, and she put it in her mouth, and she went, and she spit it out. And this is a dog that'll eat lettuce. The dog will eat celery. The dog will eat Doritos. There's nothing. There's a Texas ground squirrel. The husky will eat anything, but took a bite of the cabbage and went, no.
Now, how do you feed your dog spicy stuff? Is it used to spice? Oh,
no, we don't.
Because you have to imagine the dogs, like in areas that eat a lot of spice and eat food scraps, probably are used to hot, spicy foods, huh?
You'd think so. Yeah, we don't. We give them a little taste now and then. The big thing that all of a sudden that both Kona and Leica have been doing is they're so cute, and they'll come up to you and they'll just burp in your face. Literally, they'll just come up and go, bleh. It's like, and I guess that's better than the alternative coming out the other end. So.
Well, most of the time that just smells like dog food, right?
Actually, we are very lucky. Our dogs do not have bad breath at all.
Right. But when they pass gas, is it like World War III in there?
Not really. Not really.
Well, you scored then. Those dog stuff is potent.
Well, they eat pretty good food, though. So maybe that's part of it.
Oh, my God. You just feed them. You don't feed them the refrigerated foo-foo stuff, do you?
No, but we have done this hip and joint. We give them a cup and a half, a cup in the morning of just dry kibble, and then a cup and a half of kibble with this wet dog food at night. And this wet dog food looks better than some human food.
Oh, it's got like chunks of meat and stuff?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. They don't like the what they call the pate stuff.
Yeah.
No. It has to have carrots and peas.
Oh, they won't eat that?
No, they don't like it.
But yeah, boy, that's the trend now, though. You go in the pet food store, I tell you, there's still cats. They got 40 brands of cat food, but dogs, half the store, refrigerators in the back with refrigerated frozen dog food, all this. I'm like, man, what makes anybody think that a dog is evolved to need that type of food? They eat their own poop out of the yard. You know?
Okay, but let's delve into that. Okay, so if you don't think, and I can only speak for huskies, which huskies, the best way to describe a husky is you don't own a husky. A husky has a staff. Huskies don't bark because they don't have to. If you put a leash on a husky, it immediately reverts back to its ancestor and tries to pull you at 150 miles an hour. So originally wolves were scared of humans. And then one wolf one day said, you know what? Let me go over there and wag my tail. It's
cold out here.
Yeah, wag my tail and he'll give us some beef and then we'll be their best friends. So when you think about it, who's smarter? Now, and also, do they eat their poop because they can?
Just like those dog dishes that are raised up off the ground, and all of a sudden you see these ads about, them eating with their head bent destroys their digestion. It's like, that's how they're made. What the?
I agree.
Anyway, this is like food, where every so many episodes we have to get back on people not critically thinking or asking for.
Well, there are Irish dogs, Irish wolfhounds. So
yeah, and setters,
Irish. Yeah, but I feel bad for Irish setters because they're beautiful, but they are the dopiest dogs on the planet. They're kind of dopey. So what other Irish traditions have you partaken in?
Not a one, Dave.
Not a one? So you never had green beer, obviously.
No. Well, and I told you, my wife is not thrilled with the idea of corned beef and cabbage. I think for the reasons that you voiced yourself there. So I don't know that she's ever had it, but we've never made it.
Well, that's why we didn't make it, because I had a feeling already, and so we got it, and it was, it was food. But I mean, if I had a choice between corned beef and cabbage and like those skewers and stuff that you guys make, or Persian food, oh, come on. I mean, it doesn't even. Oh, she says she has had it.
Yeah. But again, it's a food of my people that's spiced with salt and pepper. So
what is the besides obviously Swiss chocolate, but I mean, what kind of foods are Switzerland?
Well, they'd be known for fondue. What's that one where you have the half a wheel of cheese and you heat up? Have you had that? Raclette.
No, I've never had that.
No. So you get this wheel of cheese, and they've got a machine that's kind of like a heat whatever, and you put it right over the cheese, so it starts to melt and bubble and brown the top layer of cheese. And then you tilt the wheel and you scrape all this melty hot cheese onto your plate. Yeah, and then you eat it with like bread or pickles or onions, that kind of stuff.
Now, see, that sounds good.
Delicious.
Well, we had a fondue restaurant here where you sat at a table, and then you had a hot pot that I think it was called the melting pot.
Yep.
And and it was, but they didn't last very long, because I think what it is the whole experience is like 3.5 hours. I mean, it's not a short amount of time, but it was delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Throw your Irish potatoes in there with the cheese. Yeah, it's delicious. Well, plus, it costs, how much does the cheese cost? And they charge you. I mean, that was not a cheap place.
No, it was almost a full C note usually when you go there. But.
Well, another Irish tradition would be Sean Connery, right?
He was Scottish.
You're right. Yeah. Are there any famous Irish?
Yeah, Peter O'Toole.
No, famous.
You don't think Peter O'Toole is famous? Who else? What's his name? Oh God. He played. Well, that was Peter O'Toole that played. Who played Voldemort? I mean, not Voldemort. The first wizard. He was Irish.
Should we look this up? Let's see.
I think Brosnan is Irish.
Irish.
Yeah, people. I think Brosnan is Irish.
James Bono. Bono.
Okay.
He's annoying though, that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that has to wear sunglasses no matter where they are is full of themselves.
Yes. Agreed.
Liam Neeson.
There you go.
He's apparently Irish.
Pierce Brosnan. That was it.
You're running short. Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. That's their big one.
Because Jeffrey Rush. There you go.
When you Google famous Irish people, and it comes up with, I don't know, people I've never even heard of, and Liam Neeson is the top of the list. Your bench is pretty short.
Well, I think there's what is the guy's name? Not Peter O'Toole. He played the Doctor in Interstellar. Very famous actor.
Let's change it to famous Irish actors. So Cillian Murphy, he was in Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay. He's Irish. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because he was in Peaky Blinders. So yeah, okay.
Okay. Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be O'Farrell? I wonder if they dropped the O when they came here. See, here you go. The bench is thin. You got Paul Mescal, known for Normal People and After Sun. I haven't even heard of those movies.
No idea.
Right. So, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. The famous Irish actresses. The second one listed starred in Star of Derry Girls. Oh, and Bridgerton. Nicola Coughlan, I think. Yeah. And I don't know what this means because actors with Irish heritage, Sam Neill of Jurassic Park fame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is Orange Irish?
It has to do with the religion that you are.
Oh, okay.
And apparently the Green Irish were of one type of religion, and Orange Irish were another one. Yeah, my grandpa was all redhead, and to his dying day, he would introduce himself. My name's Harlan. They call me Red. And it's like, your hair has not been red for about 30 years, but that was his claim to fame. Call me Red.
Well, and the thing is, in Ireland's one of those countries where the religion splits it right down the middle. You know, you got Northern Ireland, and you've got the Catholic side, and then you've got the Protestant side down south, and they don't like each other.
That's true, and that played a major role in that movie. What was it? Not what came after Clear and Present Danger. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
It was Red October, Clear and Present, Sum of All Fears.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that it? Where they came over and tried to attack the main guy in his house. Do you don't remember this?
I don't remember. I read the book. No, I read the book, but I don't remember it.
You didn't get drawn. See, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, green is cat. So obviously green. So that would be the Northern Ireland part, and then I guess the orange would be the Southern Irish.
Yes, Patriot. Thank you, Patriot Games.
Oh, okay.
You remember that Patriot Games? He was over in London or something, and saved some famous politician or whatever, and.
Well, but the thing is, it's kind of hard, with Patriot Games, because wasn't that Harrison Ford?
Yeah. Talk about, boy, that was a disappointment when, so that was my, you guys are geeking out over all this stuff. I was the Tom Clancy guy through and through. And Hunt for Red October came out. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
And I was upset when Baldwin did not continue the role.
Right. Why would, sure, I'm sure he had his reasons, but
in retrospect now, it's probably good that he didn't. Because I guess he's not the nicest person in the world.
Oh. Well, but weird. There was just like you guys have your trouble with Bonds and 007s, and they kind of start these movies. They'll come out with 2, 3, and then they'll stop for a while. And boy, Tom Clancy has about, and his ghostwriters and his whatever have like 40 books. And if they would have just kept popping out these movies, but they kind of went off the reservation, I think, with the last one. It moved away from the books, and then that was it.
Yep. Well, I guess you could say that Reacher was the same way. I mean, because in the books, Reacher was like the not Alan Rickman, the guy that plays him now, where Tom Cruise, although they were good movies, he did not fit the profile of what he was. Because Tom Cruise is like 5'6".
Well, 5'7" with his lifts.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you see how quickly we moved on from the Irish stuff. Because
I mean, after the corned beef and cabbage and Irish whiskey and Guinness,
which is weird because it's still obviously a holiday. Well, we don't get the day off,
right?
And I'm sure there's big segments that are in bars right now, knowing nothing about Ireland other than they get their half price green beers, and they're gonna get drunk because it's St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Like we mentioned before, I think we could have Eric on the show. We'll just say, what do you think about the current state of Hollywood and remakes of movies? And then you and I could just walk away.
That's true.
He would like an hour of
and
then
But
so,
I gotta say this. I gotta say this to Eric. Saw Project Hail Mary last night. Absolutely fantastic. So there you go, Eric. You can be confident in going to see it.
Okay, and I did tell you, don't tell me anything.
Not going to.
Because I did read the book, forgot all about it. So the story will be new to me. But from your perspective, did they stay true to the story?
Yes, they did. I mean, as you know, there's no way they can fit every single thing from the book into a movie, but all the major points, except for one or two, were spot on. And Rocky, who you know from the book, Rocky, they nailed. He was perfect because they didn't use AI. They actually had Rocky as a puppet. They had puppeteers, and he was fantastic.
Cool.
There's a couple of scenes there was a couple of scenes I looked over at my wife and went, but then again, that's because I expected the whole book to be in the movie, and you can't.
Which, to my benefit of not remembering the story, bonus.
Right, and that was Sharon, because we had been listening to the book but didn't get all the way through it, so it was wonderful.
Good.
Yeah.
I will say this about Ireland. It's a place my wife and I really want to get to because almost any photo you see over there looks gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at some point there's got to be an Ireland, Scotland.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun. So what else is there? There's green beer. There's the shamrock, leprechauns. Okay, you see two types of leprechauns. You see the happy-go-lucky, Lucky Charms leprechaun, and then you see the bloodthirsty, eat-your-face-off leprechaun.
This is where we need an expert, because where the hell did that come from? But, Santa Claus, before he was Santa Claus, in some countries, he was kind of a scary...
Well, it was St. Nicholas.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious if this kind of mean... scary leprechaun thing is back somewhere, has been a story being told to kids as long.
Could be.
Yeah. But I mean, you'd be pissed too if everybody's trying to steal your stuff all the time.
And constantly looking for that pot of gold at the end of every rainbow.
Right. Yeah. I think that's all that you got with.
Let's turn to the barflies and see if there's any inspiration they can give us to talk about. I had a feeling this was the way this show was going to go, but
that's all right. So what other country's food do you hate, Dave?
That's about it. I mean,
it's just Irish food. You just everybody else.
The corned beef and cabbage just doesn't do it for me. It's got to have some. I mean, even haggis has a funkiness to it that makes it delicious. So, it's got that wild organ meat.
Okay.
But the thing is, I love what they call morcilla, which is blood sausage. So I told my wife, I said, in the next couple of weekends, I want to do a proper English breakfast. So
okay, but you're of not would you say what you're not Hispanic? I mean, what kind of
Puerto Rico's Hispanic.
you would call that? Okay, so you're from Hispanic heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And if all anybody said is, "Oh, I don't like Hispanic food. I don't like bean burritos because they're tasteless and all they have is bean and cheese," you would be a little bit fired up.
No, not really, because you spice those up. But really, Puerto Rican food is nothing like Mexican food. Nothing like it.
So that's what I'm saying is like corned beef and cabbage is one dish out of Ireland.
Okay, name another one that comes out of Ireland.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying you're basing your opinion
because at least in England, you got bangers and mash,
which have almost no flavor.
Oh, they're wonderful. But like a proper English breakfast, you've got beans out of a can, Heinz beans, sausage, toast, blood sausage, and potatoes. Yum.
No, you know what? I was super disappointed because my first time in London, we had a free breakfast at the hotel, English breakfast buffet. So you get, their eggs and all this stuff, and the beans and the tomatoes and all that stuff. I ate the beans. It's just baked beans.
Yeah.
That's terrible for breakfast. And then
beans on toast.
And then we went to a pub, and I had to get fish and chips. It had no flavor whatsoever.
Did you use the malt vinegar?
Like greasy fish.
Did you do the malt vinegar?
Yeah, but I mean, because you got to do that to get some flavor. You end up soaking the stuff in malt vinegar.
And did you take your chips and dip them in mayonnaise? That's the proper way.
But the fish, Dave, to be right there, famous fish and chips, a very British food. No, I thought, okay, we had to hit a terrible pub, so I had them at another one. Same thing. All it tasted like was fry grease. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, Eric, see, if I would have known that when I had the corned beef and cabbage, I would have taken the cabbage, tossed it, taken the corned beef and the potatoes, mixed it together and diced it up, and then put it on a flat top and made it nice, and because I love corned beef hash. Love it.
Oh, you throw an egg on that for breakfast?
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
There we go.
Absolutely.
Corned beef.
So, but literally, what other type of food is there in Ireland? There's soda bread, which I've never had.
That is bad. So I had a boss some time back who's very Irish, and he would make soda bread and bring it into work every day or every year, and it was terrible. It was super dense, hard to cut, didn't have a lot of flavor.
Well, your dad brought up a real good point. Guinness is fantastic, but he's correct. Guinness, there's nothing like Guinness in Ireland. It's just got a separate, so good.
Yeah. I'll tell you, as you point out, I do not like beer, but if I ever make it to Ireland, I will make the point of having a Guinness in a pub in Ireland.
Well, that's like
complain about it properly.
Well, it's funny. We're looking forward to the trip where we come out to San Francisco and see you guys, then go to Napa, but one of our highlights that piqued Sharon's is we're going to go to Tillamook and do the cheese and ice cream tasting.
Yeah. Boy, I won't ruin it for you. Not a whole lot around Tillamook.
That's okay though. But you've got the cheese and the ice cream.
You got
that makes it worth the trip.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't know what else. Irish whiskey, Guinness, corned beef and cabbage.
Have you had Irish whiskey?
Yeah.
You like it?
No.
Okay.
It's good in Irish coffee. That's about it. But see, the thing is, here's the thing. Once you've had scotch, what's the point?
Well, but you still like bourbon, right?
I'll drink it.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, scotch is my favorite.
Okay, so here, since we don't know, I'm gonna look up famous Irish food, staples: potatoes, beef, lamb, and fresh seafood. Irish stew. Irish stew.
Ah, okay.
Lamb, potatoes, and onions.
That would be good. If you like lamb.
Soda bread, bacon, and cabbage. If you didn't like corned beef and cabbage, you can even get rid of the part you did like.
But bacon makes everything better. Everything.
A black and white pudding, which is a pork-based blood sausage.
Okay.
Their seafood is oysters, smoked salmon, and seafood chowder.
Okay.
It all sounds good. Dublin coddle, a stew made with sausages, bacon, potatoes, and onions. See, that sounds good to me. I'm much more sausage than lamb, any of that stuff. A chicken fillet roll, a deli sandwich consisting of a baguette filled with crispy breaded chicken, mayonnaise, and toppings. There you go. Okay. KFC.
Yeah.
KFC. And barmbrack, traditional fruity leaf loaf often eaten at Halloween. There you go.
Interesting.
And their famous beverages are Guinness and Irish coffee.
Yeah.
Again, it's
I like what Rich says. All made with no seasoning.
It all tastes like salt.
But see, when you look at Persian food or you look at Indian food, they've got these exotic spices to them.
Yeah.
And it just makes it just fantastic. We just had a place open up here. Well, there's the Persian room, which we haven't been to yet, but there's another place called Kebabs, and they show on there. We haven't been there either, but they show the charcoal grill with those long, thin skewers like you have. And so that's the next place that we're going to try.
There you go.
So.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't. I guess Ireland is mostly known for its beautiful views and subpar movie stars and food.
Well, and the beautiful coastline.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, that most of the beautiful views you see of Ireland are from the sky.
Mm-hmm. Well, but the thing is, it would be kind of cool because, to be driving through the Irish countryside and then you come up on a flock of sheep and you sit there and just talk to the shepherd. That would be kind of cool, Yeah. Well, because he ain't gonna move the sheep for you. He's gonna tell you can go forward when the sheep get out of the way.
I bet they have like ATVs and stuff there now.
Well, the only reason I know that is because do you know who Rick Steves is?
Oh yeah.
He was in Ireland, and of course Rick Steves, greatest job in the world when you think about it. Rick Steves has got the best job in the world.
He was an influencer before there was influencers. That guy.
Yeah. Because I think was he a travel agent at one point?
I don't know what started it, but yeah,
it's a multi-million-dollar business now.
Yeah,
because he actually has a tour company where you can take a Rick Steves tour, which is kind of cool.
I got it. That's good. I heard that there's an app that maybe he did that you buy basically walking tours of all sorts of cities around.
That's
look that up.
That's a smart. Nice. Well, they do that for the national parks now.
Yeah.
Where you put it in your phone and you click on it and connect it with your GPS, and it it talks to you about the whole area that you're at, which was kind of cool.
Is that like Jurassic Park, where they say if you look to your right, you'll see a bison, and you look over there and there's nothing there. Yeah. So, all right, well, they can't all be Oscar winners, Dave.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, if we didn't have shows like this, the other ones would not shine like stars.
But here's the thing: we implore our barflies and our viewers.
It is kind of their fault, really.
Yes,
I mean,
it is
right,
because they don't give us ideas the way they should.
Well,
what's the quickest way to alienate your audience?
I think we P-Beat's not here. Otherwise, he'd bring up oysters. I was going to say, I think that's a collusion that nobody's going to suggest anything until you taste some oysters. that have been mailed to you by PB.
Oh yeah, yeah, mailed to me in the middle of June. Yeah, those would be delicious.
In the middle, you know what? I just thought that. So, tentative plans.
Mhm.
You will be out here twice.
Yes.
That maybe not the second time. We'll have to see your flight schedule for the first time. If there is a spare hour, we may have to shift the show or pre-tape one, and we can do it live.
Well, that's
Well,
true.
live, like from the same room.
Yeah.
Like, I guess
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
that doesn't make a lot of difference, but
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I mean, tentatively the watch show, and then definitely in June when we head up that way.
But
I think
we're-
we decided to take the car rather than the motorhome.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be number one. We can cover a lot more miles and probably get a chance to see much more stuff.
Yeah. So we'll have to think about this. Maybe on that one, because we'll kind of be on the move when you're both out here. We might have to do more of a on the fly interview clips that we'll stitch together and then send it out.
Yeah,
there.
we could do that. Yeah. Because as of right now, you're only going to the watch show on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about literally flying in, going to the show, flying back home, make it a 1-day turnaround. So
Yeah.
yes,
Well,
yes, we are rich. We
if
are
you
taking
don't
the
sell
bet.
your return flight to buy watches, I guess
That's
that's
true.
kind
That's
of the
true.
tentative. Yeah.
Exactly. So, wow, we did a show in 49 minutes because I don't think of anything else we can talk about.
That's all right. We talked about religion. We talked
Yes.
about food, travel,
Movie stars,
men in skirts.
dogs,
Right. We just
Little
become more efficient, I think.
little baby birds. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna need to get a guest here pretty soon, and I'll work on that.
Yeah.
So as always, Dave's gonna put up something right now, which we do every time.
Subtle, buddy.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to get people to give us show ideas. But I hope everybody has had a safe. One quick thing we do need to ask Rich about. Him and his lovely wife, Christy, went to see Journey.
I saw you posted.
I
you was
posted
gonna
that,
do
and I'm hoping it was
Yeah.
a great time.
Wow. And that's what's crazy is you think like these bands, the age of these guys, they've got to be a little past their peak, you might say. But for people that grew up with it and stuff like that, it's just as soon as you hear the first guitar notes of a song, you don't care. It's just like,
Well, my
It
very
takes you right
first two albums was Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever, and Kiss Destroyer. Well, Destroyer, the album came out 50 years ago yesterday.
wow.
Yeah, that was like,
Wow.
whoa.
Whatever happened to Ted Nugent? He was in your face
he's-
all the time for a long time.
He still is. He is ultra, ultra, ultra conservative.
Yeah.
He's a deputy sheriff somewhere. He believes in living off the land. He shoots what he eats and stuff like that. I like him, but he's got short hair now, so he's not Ted Nugent anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got real short hair. So
All right.
he can still knock him dead though. Well, good. I'm glad it was
good.
incredible, but it was louder than I remembered.
That's what my wife and I went to go see a concert just was it just last weekend now? No, 2 weekends ago, something like that. And I've always felt that I don't know if it must not happen to everybody, but they crank the volume up so much it's almost like my ears like short circuit out. And they like zzz, zzz, zzz. And I'm like, this is not enjoyable at the. Can we turn it down a little bit so I can understand the lyrics and it's not just paint like, yeah, I get there's an atmosphere to it and you're not going to listen to it that loud at home, but yeah.
Well, speaking of that, one of my clients went to the Sphere and saw The Wizard of Oz. And they said it was absolutely incredible. So I'd like to do that. But the hard part is I can watch The Wizard of Oz anytime I want on my TV because I have it on DVD. And spending $180 to have a foam apple thrown at me, I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, you got to turn it way up at home, though, for it to be equivalent. So
yeah, but then you have to throw dirt at yourself and foam apples and stuff like that. So, I mean, I want to go check out the Sphere. I do. I want to see what it's like. But they say seeing a concert there for the amount of money you're spending is not worth it because you're not. Yeah, because it's.
Well, but whoever was in residence there, right? They build you have to build the show around it, so you're getting the visual effects and all that. If you're just watching people playing on the stage with a light show, yeah, why pay for this?
I guess the Eagles, but I don't know how much it was to go there, but I heard like around $1,500 a pop. I'm sorry. I like the Eagles, but no. And I guess Def Leppard is now in residence there. Interesting.
The new Steve Perry.
Yeah, his voice kind of went out, didn't it? So, anyways, I think we're done. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for this jam-packed informational show that had everybody on the end of their seats. And remember, hit the like button because Tig says so.
They were ready to leave.
Exactly. Hey, exactly. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening and a very happy St. Patrick's Day. If you are planning to go out, if you've already done so, please be careful. Have a designated driver if you are going out. But like most of us in our show, you're probably going to sit at your house and watch TV. So say goodnight, Dave.
Good night, Dave.
Good night, everybody.